Just in time for Christmas, I've got the perfect recipe for you. A delicious soft roll, and when you cut into it, you see this beautiful swirl of poppy seed filling. Smothered in icing on top, it is just perfection. Hi everybody and welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to show you how to make another beautiful dessert for Christmas. This is traditionally Polish, a delicious Makowiec. Let's look at the ingredients that we're going to need. For our Makowiec, we're going to need a yeasted dough. So today I'm going to be using some fresh yeast. So we have to bloom it first. I'm going to put it into a little bowl and I'm just going to smash it up a little bit with a spoon. And this is just so that it's easier for it to dissolve in the milk, which I've heated up in the microwave, so it's nice and warm now. So I'm going to put it on top of my yeast. And today we have to give the yeast something to feed off, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of sugar and 2 tablespoons of flour. And I'm going to mix this all together. And I'm just going to cover it and leave it on the side there to do its thing for 10 to 15 minutes. I've got 2 eggs here and I'm going to separate the whites from the yolk because we're going to need them at different stages of the recipe. I'm going to leave the egg whites to the side for now and start working on my egg yolks. And very simply to this, I'm just going to add some sugar. And using a fork, I'm going to whisk this all together. This is what it looks like. It's nice and pale and really well mixed in now. Alright, now we have to start working on our dough. So I've got some flour here. I'm going to put it through a sifter. Now I'm going to add in the egg and sugar mixture. And I'm going to add in a little bit of vanilla for extra flavor. And now my yeast, which has bloomed nicely. Look how bubbly it is. And now I'm going to mix it all together by hand using a wooden spoon. You could use an electric hand mixer or a stand mixer if you had it, but I don't really feel like getting machinery out today. I've mixed as much as I can with the wooden spoon. I'm going to go with my hand now and just keep mixing until it forms a bit of a dough. I'm essentially kneading the dough. I'm trying to pick up all of the shaggy bits into my big ball of dough. And now that I have a pretty sizable ball of dough, I'm going to add in my melted butter. And I'm going to keep kneading with my hand. This is the very traditional way to do it. Okay, I've been kneading this by hand for about 5 minutes, and believe it or not, all of the butter has been soaked into the dough now. You could save yourself the trouble and do it all in a stand mixer if you had it. Make sure you use it. Now I'm going to dump this out into my counter and knead it, adding a little bit of flour until it's no longer sticky. Okay, my ball of dough looks beautiful. I actually didn't need to add that much flour at all. It is perfect. It's nice and smooth, it's elastic, so now we're ready to rest it. I'm going to put it back into the same bowl that I had before. I'm just going to add to it a little bit of extra oil and I'm going to put in there my ball of dough. And now I'm going to cover this up and let it rise for about 1.5 hours in a warm spot. Okay, it's been 1.5 hours. Let's have a look at our dough. It's pretty much doubled in size. That is perfect. I'm going to keep it for aside for a bit longer and get working on my filling. For my filling, first I have to whisk my egg whites. And I want them to be quite stiff. Almost as if you were over beating them, because they're going to form part of the filling, and if they're too soft they're going to run out. That's it, this is ready. If I do the test, I'm safe. So it's good to go. For filling, we're going to use a ready-made one. Typically I'm all about doing everything from scratch, but when it comes to Christmas there's so much going on. You're cooking so much food for so many people, so it's the one time that I allow myself to take shortcuts. So make sure you do the same. It's essentially poppy seeds and some nuts and maybe dried fruits and spiced nicely. And this is what you end up with, basically. So I'm just gonna put that into a bowl. I'm gonna break this up a little bit with my wooden spoon and then just dump in your egg whites. Don't worry about folding or anything like that. It's not gonna rise, it's not gonna give us any air, so just dunk it all in there. Now let me clean this up and we can start rolling out our dough. I'm going to dump out my dough into a floured surface. I'm just gonna need this for like, I don't know, 2 turns. Shape it into a log, and I'm gonna cut it in half because you'll get 2 Makowiec out of this. And now we're just gonna roll it. I'm trying to get a bit of a rectangular shape here. And now we go in with our filling. Just dunk a little bit on top, and you wanna kinda spread it all over your dough, but leave the edges kinda clean. So now we're gonna roll it up. You wanna do this quite tightly. I'm gonna put the seam side down, so squeeze them a little bit, and then tuck the sides under. And that's it, ready to bake. Okay, this next step, I've seen a couple of different versions of it. You could bake it in a loaf tin, and this would kind of help to keep its shape. Then you give it some egg wash as well, or you can put some poppy seeds on top. The way that I'm going to do it is I'm actually going to wrap it up in parchment paper, and this will do the same thing to kind of help to keep the shape of the log and prevent it from breaking up in the oven. And I'm going to roll it once again on another piece of parchment paper. Make sure you've got the 2 centimeter space there, which I do, seam side still down, and then you can move it over to your baking sheet. Now these go into the oven at 180 degrees for 40 minutes. My Makowiec is out of the oven now, but we have to take them off the parchment paper or they'll get soggy. So cut them right and unwrap it. And look at that. Okay, they look so good. They smell delicious and they're nice and soft actually. We do have some kind of spillage or breakage here. I think I probably rolled out the dough a little bit too thinly on this part, but honestly, we're gonna cover this with icing now, so it's not gonna matter. I just need to let them cool a little bit more. For my icing, I've just got some icing sugar. And I'm gonna go in with about a tablespoon of milk. You could do also water or lemon juice if you want. And just give this a whisk until you reach the desired consistency. And that is looking perfect. If you had some flaked almonds or maybe some extra poppy seeds, you could sprinkle them on top. But I wanna leave mine like this. I need to wait for the icing to set and then we can cut ourselves a slice. Look at that beautiful slice. I just need to try it. It smells so good and it's so soft. It's such a beautiful cake, and the fact that we made it ourselves makes it taste so much better. This would be fantastic brought to the Christmas table. I love this spiral that we get on the inside. The filling is delicious. The bread is so soft. It's totally gorgeous. This is a staple of Polish Christmas. If your family have this at Christmas, make sure you leave me your comments below if there's any variations that your family do. I love seeing how every family tailors their recipe to suit their own tastes. I love these bakes that are a little bit more challenging, but there's so many beautiful elements to them and the end result is just a showstopper. If I'm able to do it, you can too. Make sure you give it a try. If you do, leave me a like, comment below with your thoughts, and make sure to share the video with all of your friends. If you end up trying it and you want to post your results on Instagram, make sure that you tag me. I really want to see how you guys get on. With that, I'll leave you for this video and enjoy.